From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can please have your attention for the national anthems of the Republic of Albania and the national anthem of the United States of America. And the anthems will be performed by Ms. Lindita Lolen.
Flamurit të përbashkuar me një dëshirë e një qëllim, të gjitha atje duke u betuar, të lidhim besën për shpëtim. Prej lufteve qa i largohet, që është lindur tradhëtar. Kush është burra nuk friksohet, po vdes si një dëshmor. Prej lufteve qa i largohet, që është lindur tradhëtar. Kush është burra nuk friksohet, po vdes si një dëshmor. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held, and the twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched, were so gallantly streaming in the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Honorable Minister Bushati, Honorable Minister Bushati, Honorable Congressman Aderholt,
Honorable Congressman Engel, coming also Senator Gary Peters, Deputy Assistant Secretary Hoyti, Acting Deputy Librarian Swin, Excellency Ambassadors, dear Albanian community, dear colleagues of the Embassy of Albania, let me wish happy Albanian National Day and happy Armed Forces. I use every chance to present Albania as a new and modern country and also as one of the oldest and ancient nations in Europe. Today, we have a great chance to see how this actually is true. The building of the Library of Congress has beautiful pieces of Albania and has a very dedicated Albanian corner. As of now, it will also contain one of the jewelries of Albanian heritage, the Codices Beratinus. We meet very often together, and I'm so happy I see so many friends and colleagues here. But I will leave the floor to all our honored guests for their speeches. If I can have the attention, Minister Bushati, Deputy Assistant Secretary, Congressman Engel, I would really be honored if I can invite you all here in the floor. Deputy Assistant Hoyti.
Good afternoon. I'm Congressman Elliot Engel of New York. I am the ranking member on the House Foreign Affairs Committee, and I've had a love affair with Albania since I first went there back in 1993. I've been there many times since, probably about 15 or 20 times since. And I can tell you, you can go all around the world and visit all the countries and all the continents, and people will never be more friendly to Americans than the Albanian people. And I know I've said this many times, and many times people have agreed with me. You know, it's really a very important story that Albania, after World War II, had a repressive government, and a government that really sold the people on anti-Americanism, and it was a communist government. And what was really very interesting to me when I first came to Albania, again in 1993, was it was clear to me that the Albanian people bought none of it. They didn't believe any of it. And that, again, despite all these things, the Albanian people remained as friendly to American people as any place in the world. And finally, let me say the wonderful Albanian diaspora we have here in the United States. People from Albania, but also from Kosovo and also from Macedonia and Montenegro, they have contributed so much to American culture and the American opportunity that it really does me well. And of course, in my home district in New York, we have many, many Albanian Americans, and I have many, many Albanian friends, including our ambassador here. And so we just had a flag raising in Yonkers, New York, a few days ago, the 105th anniversary of Albanian independence. We had a nice flag raising. And so I want to be here and be part of this. Means a great deal to me, because in all the times I've been to Albania, each time I come it gets better and better and better. It's a budding democracy. It's a member of NATO. It's just making so much progress. And working together, our two countries, we will continue to make progress, not only in terms of friendship between Albania and the United States, but in terms of Albania's place in the world, again, as a strong ally. And we're going to keep fighting to get Albania into the European Union, where Albania belongs. So I'm very happy to say that this is a great celebration right here in this wonderful building. This is my 29th year in Congress. And the work that I've done with Albania has been among the most treasured work that I've done. So thank you. Faleminderit.
You can join us, Congressman. Senator, we announced that you will be coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is wonderful to be here. I'm U.S. Senator Gary Peters, representing the great state of Michigan, which is a wonderful honor, but it is just as equal an honor to really represent an incredibly vibrant Albanian American community in the greater Detroit area. We're blessed with one of the largest communities, I think second only to New York, Elliot, in Michigan. So I've had the opportunity to work closely with that community. The one thing that I learned in dealing with Albanian Americans is that once you go to an event, you are part of the family from that point forward. You have just an incredible warmth, incredible hospitality, just a genuine friendship that is very unique. There are other communities that are like that, but I will say from my experience, just nothing like the Albanian American community. Although I don't believe I have any bloodline to Albania, I believe that I am part Albanian now because of all the work with the community. I've had the privilege of working with Elliot Engel here. It's great to see you, Elliot. We actually had a chance to travel together to both Albania and Kosovo. We cut the ribbon for the wonderful highway that connects the two countries as well at that time. Certainly Elliot has been a champion for many years as the co-chair of the Albanian caucus there. And I also learned it with traveling with Elliot. He's like a rock star in Albania too. It was amazing, the attention from all the work that you do. It's a tribute to his passion for the relationship between our two countries. I took the work. I was in the Albanian caucus with Elliot in the House, and then when I came to the Senate, I found that they didn't have an Albanian caucus in the Senate. I go, okay, the Senate's got a lot of good things going, but the fact that it doesn't have a caucus, that's a problem. So we changed that. We now have an Albanian American caucus in the United States Senate. I'm co-chair with Senator Ernst from Iowa, Republicans and Democrats coming together. We hope that that continues to be a strong bipartisan caucus to make sure we educate our fellow members in the U.S. Senate as to how important this relationship is. And when you have an important relationship, you have to keep working at that relationship to make sure that it continues to get stronger and better. And it's clear that the relationship between our two countries is strong. I see numbers of folks here from the military. When the U.S. military goes into harm's way and we're looking for allies to assist us in those efforts, Albania is always one of the first countries that raises its hand and said, we will be there, we will fight for democracy, we will fight for freedom, we will fight for liberty. Thank you to the Albanians all across the world for what you do for the cause of liberty and freedom. And I've seen that with other groups that I've had the chance to work with, including a number of Iranian exiles who were finding a difficult place and didn't know where to live and where to land, and it was to the graciousness of the Albanian community and the Albanian people that brought them into Albania to give them a home that is secure. So thank you for letting me come here to join in this great celebration for this day for Albania and for the Albanian people across the country. Know you have a friend in me, and you're having more and more friends each and every day in the U.S. Senate. I'm confident that this great relationship between our two great countries will only become stronger and more vibrant in the years ahead. Thank you and congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of Congress, my name is Hoyt Yee. I'm from the State Department. It's a great honor to be here today. I want to thank all of you for coming. I want to thank the members of Congress and the librarian from the Library of Congress for allowing us to be here in this beautiful members' room of the Thomas Jefferson Building to celebrate this important occasion. It's really a great honor to, along with my friends from the Senate and House of Representatives, to celebrate with you this important day, to express on behalf of my government and the American people our very best wishes to the Albanian people. This is indeed an occasion for first celebration, celebrating 105 years of your independence, but also at least a quarter century of successful and fruitful cooperation with the United States in a dynamic and growing, stronger every day friendship between the United States and Albania. There's much to celebrate. Your progress towards integration with Europe. You're joining the European Union, which we look forward to. You're joining NATO, which you've already achieved. but also setting an example for the region of looking forward, not backwards, of building a future for your young people with opportunity, with jobs, with the prospects of yet better things to come. It's appropriate that we're in the Thomas Jefferson Building celebrating this special day. Thomas Jefferson wrote in a letter to John Adams in 1816, "I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past." And I think we can celebrate with you, the people of Albania, your success in looking forward and in building this better future. We hope that the United States will continue. We expect that we will. We promise you that we will continue working with you to realize this dream of a better future with even closer integration with Europe, even more security within NATO, with stronger rule of law, democratic institutions, prospects for your young people. This is also an occasion for expressing gratitude, and I want to join my colleagues in expressing our gratitude for what Albania has done for the United States, for the NATO alliance, for the region, for Europe, for our 25-year friendship. Our political, economic, and people-to-people ties are growing stronger every day. And we're deeply grateful to Albania for the contributions to our shared security and prosperity, to NATO missions in Afghanistan, Kosovo, and Latvia, but also as a close partner in the global coalition to defeat ISIS. Albania is indeed an example for the region as a center of stability and regional cooperation. We welcome Albania's regional leadership in the sphere of countering transnational threats, such as terrorism and violent extremism. And domestically, internally, Albania is also setting an example for other countries in the region trying to achieve the same dream. With the passage of sweeping constitutional amendments last year, advancing judicial reform. These types of reforms will bring you closer to European Union. It will attract more foreign investment. Such reform underscores a shared value that we have, our two countries, that a strong partner is one in which there is judicial independence, guided by the rule of law, with strong democratic institutions firmly in place. Finally, this is an occasion for reaffirming commitments, and I want to reaffirm the United States' commitment to Albania. As Secretary Tillerson wrote in his statement on the occasion of your National Day, Albania is a valued friend and ally, and the United States looks forward to your continued progress towards greater Euro-Atlantic integration and EU membership. So thank you again for your friendship and partnership with the United States throughout the years. Mr. Minister, I took note of your comments yesterday saying that you wanted to see even more U.S. presence in the Balkans. And I just want to share with you a saying we have in the United States: be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it. Mr. Minister, we are present in the Balkans. We intend to continue to provide our assistance, our support through diplomacy, trade, commerce, shared security, shared responsibility. We look forward to continuing to deepen these ties, which the next 25 years of friendship and close cooperation will surely bring. Finally, just to say, Gëzuar ar ditën e pavarësisë. Thank you.
Good afternoon, dear members of Congress, dear Enver, Bejet, dear Hoyt. I would like to start by thanking you all for being here, and I wish you all a happy Independence and Armed Forces Day. To me personally, this is a unique occasion in the sense that we represent a fragment of our culture to the greatest library in the world, as Albanians worldwide celebrated our Independence and Armed Forces Day. An independence which would have not been possible without the role of United States of America, for which we are forever grateful. Today, US and Albania are allies and have a strategic partnership. Our partnership is based on common interest, similar viewpoints of security in Europe, and the transatlantic community, shared values and beliefs. Even though our democratic institutions have shorter life than the American institutions, and even though our democratic culture is less robust than the American one, our shared values center around openness, tolerance, rule of law, and justice. This legacy of our nation is the first reason we celebrate today. What a better story to demonstrate these values than the purple Codices of Berat that are becoming part of digital archive of the library today and part of the UNESCO protected. Written by the 6th century before Christ, the Codices are now part of World Heritage, and starting from today will be part of the Congress of Library alongside work of Albanian diplomat and intellectual Konica and other illuminaries of Albanian diaspora. These codices show that despite the short and precarious life of the Albanian state and state institutions, the Albanian culture and its openness to the Western civilization has been longer and well documented. This is something to celebrate and be deeply grateful today. The second thing I would like to celebrate today is the deep-seated partnership and strong ties between Albania and the United States of America. They too go back to our history of state formation and extend to today's US contribution to Albanian path of democratization. The US has played a strong role in one of our key domestic reforms in the past 2 years, which is reform in the judiciary sector. Alongside the EU member states, United States is helping with implementation of this comprehensive reform, which has rippling effect in a number of other sectors, not less the economy. United States are present in the Western Balkans and Albania in particular through their support in strengthening the rule of law. We want this engagement to continue as we strongly believe that if Albanian institutions are resilient and rule of law is strong, we can contribute more and in a more qualitative way to stability and peace in Western Balkans, and more broadly to security in Europe and the transatlantic community. Today, while is the Day of the Albanian Armed Forces, this is also an occasion to celebrate Albania's contribution to security. Even though a small country, Albania stands alongside the United States in the joint fight against terrorism, radicalization, and violent extremism. Our specific history of religious tolerance is a special asset which we put in the service of prevention of these phenomena and global threats. The US can also play a stronger role in the economic development in Albania by promoting connectivity, investing more in strategic sectors such as infrastructure, energy, tourism, and agriculture. We are creating a more positive environment for the US to be more present in the region and in Albania in particular. Albanian diaspora is another success story of our two nations' relationship. The Albanian community in the United States plays a vital role in the Albanian state formation and in the economic development of our country, but they also contribute to the economic, cultural, and political life of the US too. A third reason to celebrate today is how far Albania and Albanians have come. From a small, weak, and dependent state in its early days to an isolated regime in the post-communist years to the chaotic years of post-communism, marred by corruption, crime, and informality, not to mention weak social cohesion and trust, Albania is now moving ahead and thriving amidst and against many challenges. I don't want to sound overly optimistic, but the overarching reforms we have undertaken, the economic potential of our country, and most importantly, the energy, the drive, and the curiosity of young people in Albania makes me believe in the future ahead. The enthusiasm and the interest in politics, the engagement of Albanian students who took part in the Albanian Day in DC this week confirm my faith that we will be able to write a better story together. I hope and believe that our friends and allies, United States, will be part of that story. Thank you again for the warm welcome and happy Independence Day. Gëzuar ditën e pavarësisë.
Now I would like to invite everyone to enjoy the food and the drinks and the party. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.